Alright, so not everything needs to be perfect. What it really needs to be is actually consistent. We live in a world where perfection is sometimes thought to be the key to all success, but really perfection can only come from one thing, and that is consistency. And the thing is being perfect really will never happen in the first place, and you probably already know that, okay? But you can come at least closer and closer to perfect by just being consistent. So looking at things that you want to do in your life. For me, it's just making YouTube videos. So I like making YouTube videos and that is what I want to do. The thing is sometimes I upload content in which maybe I don't feel like I put enough effort into, or maybe I could have explained something a little bit differently, or maybe I should have just gone this direction, or maybe I shouldn't upload this because maybe it's just a trend and, jumping on that trend. Oh, don't jump on trends, just make your own kind of thing, What it truly matters is not the perfection and making this video as perfect as possible and trying to be a Mr. Beast on your own creations. It's really building consistency. Building consistency instead of perfection will give you that motivation to actually learn how to make things eventually perfect. You won't be able to make the best pizza by making one pizza in your life. If you make 200 pizzas, you will make a pretty good pizza by the end of that last pizza. You at that point understand the fundamentals of how they cook and how to place the cheese and does the pepperoni go on top or on the bottom, Those are all different things that you can't really figure out unless you cook 200 pizzas instead of just, this is my first one that I've ever done in my life. I'm just going to theorize. And that gets into the next part, which is theorizing, okay? Whenever you theorize about things, there's a good chance that you won't really actually get anywhere. What it actually takes is action. The thing is coming up with all these different ideas and all these different theories as to what will work, is that like, what will bring, better engagement? Is it going to be this or that? Maybe I should watch a whole bunch of YouTube videos to figure out what's going to bring me that kind of engagement. So I'm going to watch the YouTuber Film Booth, and I'm going to binge watch him for about an hour, and then decide what is going to be the best piece of content that I can put out with the kind of things that can bring up my analytics so that I can be the best YouTuber possible. Sorry, that felt like a lot, but that's truly what it is. It is a lot, and that is the rabbit hole that we fall down into, is theorizing. It's just coming up with all these different ideas that are pretty much under the rainbow of content or, ideas, and pretty much trying to just like pick them apart and just try to put them together like they're one giant puzzle piece and stuff, and doing it but only through theory. I hope that really makes sense. What I'm trying to say here is because if you do one piece at a time and you just work on it, right? You just stay consistent and you're just working on it. There's a very, very good chance that you will come out on top, because it's about consistency. It's about trying and failing and trying and failing and then trying and then succeeding and then succeeding again and then failing again. And then trying to figure out what works instead of coming up with theories, just coming up with this works, this doesn't. This works, this doesn't. And understanding your pretty much analytics, your, what's working and what's not working, and being able to actually apply that. And you could apply this to things like relationships. You don't even have to apply this to like for example, how I originally was applying it with like YouTube and analytics and YouTube content and trying to make them perfect. But in reality, it just has to be consistency that's going to make things better. The thing is, that's, like I said, the same way with relationships. I think that if somebody can learn from a relationship and get broken up and then get into a relationship and then broken up, and then the thing is learn from every single one, there's a good chance that person is going to come out a lot better than the person that's just pretty much staying the same and, I'm just that guy, man. I don't change. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, whenever you don't change, whenever you theorize on how you can make things better, it's not going to give you the perfection that you want. And coming up with all these different ideas and trying to figure out what works without even putting action behind it is never going to get you anywhere. And unfortunately, like I said, that's the trap that we fall down. And I've fallen down that trap. It's the reason why I brought up Film Booth, because I would watch his videos because I'm like, oh, what can bring up my analytics? What should I be doing? And yes, maybe these are great ideas, but really, have I applied any of them? Maybe. If I was to genuinely do it right after watching one of his videos, then maybe I would. But the thing is I was just binge watching. And I was just overloading my mind with all these different ideas and theories and stuff that really took me nowhere. What it really takes is being able to learn from trial and error to become a little bit better than you were yesterday. And that's what really perfection truly is just being better than you were yesterday. It's not about making the most, Mr. Beast perfect video, or, it doesn't even have to be to that standard. Just a standard in which you believe that you are at your peak at all times. The thing is, there's videos where I push myself to the point in which I believe that was like my current height of perfection, okay? And I will recommend that video at the very end of this video. But those kind of things, those kind of pieces, those kind of works, right? They have to be done in a way that has something backing to it. I wouldn't be able to make a piece of content like that if I didn't go through the grinding of making a whole bunch of other YouTube videos prior to it, doing all the work that I've done to get to that point. I wouldn't be able to make that kind of content if I didn't try and learn and do different things that got me to that point. If I was to just try to jump ahead of myself, I would likely end up spending way too much time and really get nowhere. And I would get into this loop where I feel like I'm constantly trying to perfect something that will never be perfect, because in my head, I have nothing else to back it up to. I have nothing else to compare it to other than other people that might be above me. And at that point, I don't feel perfect. And even if I make what I would even maybe consider the most perfect piece of content, there will always be something to top that. Whether it's somebody else's or it's my own that I create a year from now, or, just a few months later. Who knows? I mean, you could even apply this to working out, okay? Working out, if you work out consistently, then you will have a great physique, okay? But if you work out and you theorize, let's just say you work out 1 day a week, but then you become this nerd whenever it comes to, oh, this is how hypertension works, and these are how your muscles contract, and, I was watching these videos that talk about your triceps, and, that you shouldn't hit them this certain way, and you should actually do it this way, because this is what does this, and that's what does that. The thing is, if you just theorize and you just come up with ideas and you don't actually put any action into all this, if you watch a whole bunch of YouTube content, but then you never put action behind any of it, then how could you even come close to perfecting anything? How could it just, the thing is, it's crazy to me, because I've done this before, and this is the reason why I'm telling you this, is because I'm learning from my mistakes. I know that I can't be perfect, and I know that theorizing on YouTube videos and coming up with all these different ideas and different things that I should do, I'm just overcomplicating things. Things just need to be simple and consistent for them to work, and then just build upon that. And then be better and better as the weeks and days and months progress. And that's what it truly boils down to. So I really do hope you learned from this video, and I just really hope that you got something from this. I really, really do. And if you did, then be sure to like and subscribe, okay? And check out this next video, okay? This video is about finding that fire within you, okay? So how about that? That is the outro of this video. Check out this video. It's a highly edited video. This is the video that I actually mentioned. I put a lot of work into this, okay? And this would be one of those videos that I was striving for perfection, right? But at the end of the day, this was my hard piece of work, and I had a whole bunch of other things to back this up, and I would never be able to get to this point, this video's point, unless I did what I did all the months and years prior, okay? And I'm really proud of myself to be able to show you a video that I feel is as good as this one. So if you want to find that fire within you and overcome yourself, then check out this video. And as always, find the fire within you and stay Diablo.